welcome back to my channel. For today's tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to make this cutout skirt. It is a little see-through, but it is customizable. You can make it whatever length you would like. I do have the written pattern available on my Patreon. The link will be in the description box. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. For this tutorial, I'm going to take the Caron Simply Soft yarn. I'm choosing the color black, but you can do it in any colorway. This is a medium weight 4 yarn, and I am going to be using a 5.5 millimeter hook. So this is just a half size higher than the recommended hook size for this weight. So to get started, I am going to be doing a size small. However, this is best measured to the person or yourself if you're going to be making it for yourself. So what I would suggest you do, just the easiest way, is to just make this original chain. This is gonna cover the length of your bottom half, so however big your butt is, basically you want this to cover. So I'm going to be doing a initial chain of 45, and I would say this is probably a standard size small, but again, I would just measure it to size. So now I have finished my initial chain, and I forgot to mention, no matter what size you do, you need to always end on a number. So now I am just going to be going back along the row, so placing my hook in that very first chain, and I'm going to be doing a row of single crochet. So now I have made it to the end of the row of single crochet. So now at the end of the row, I'm going to be chaining 3, flipping over the work. I'm going to skip that very first chain of the row. So the very first chain, I will try my best to explain because this color is hard to see all of the chains, but this very first chain that's connected to the chain 3, that is going to count as your double crochet. And then we're going to skip that very next chain, and we're going to place a double crochet in the chain after. And then on top of this double crochet, we're going to chain 1, skip over that next chain, placing in the chain after with 1 double crochet. And we're going to continue this placing a double crochet, chain 1, skip for the remainder of the row. So now I have made it to the end of the row, and these 2 rows, so the row of double crochet and the row of single crochet beneath it, is our pattern sequence for the remainder of the skirt. So the initial chain was the length of the skirt, and now we're going to be crocheting the width of the skirt that's going to fit around your body. So I will just be continuing this and let you know how many rows that ends up being for me. Just to take into consideration, this portion is only going to go around your rear. I'm going to crochet the front panels separately. So to repeat these 2 rows, so if we just ended on the double crochet row, then the next row will be a chain 1, flip over the work, and you are going to be placing 1 single crochet in every chain. And since we have these chain 1 spaces, I am just going to be putting my hook through that very first chain of the row. It is kind of connected to the chain 1 we just did, but that's all right. Just with a single crochet. And then I'm going to place my hook through the entire chain 1 space with a single crochet. And then I'm going to place my hook through the top of the double crochet beneath it. And so that way we put 1 single crochet in every either chain or space in this row. So I'm going to make my way to the end. Okay, so now I have made my way to the end of the row, and I just want to point out when you're ending the row of single crochet, so this last chain I have placed is through the chain 1 space, and please do not forget, place your last chain of the row through the top of your chain 2. So just don't skip that, otherwise your work won't be straight on the ends, so just keep that in mind. Your last single crochet should always go through the top of that chain 3. So now I have finished the row of single crochet. Since we're doing alternating rows, the next row will be double crochet. So to start the double crochet row, I'm going to chain 3, flip over the work, and again this counts as our double crochet for that first chain. We're going to skip over the next chain and place a double crochet in the chain after. Then chain 1, skip the very next chain, place your double crochet in the chain after, and you're just going to repeat those 2 rows alternating over and over again, and I will come back and let you know how many rows I end up doing for the size small to medium. So now I have finished with the first panel. I'm going to stop here. I did 44 rows, and honestly, I think I'm just measuring it to myself as I go, but I think it might be a little on the small side. You're welcome to do as many rows as you would like, but just take into consideration that it does stretch. So that's what I'm thinking, that once this stretches, it's gonna fit fine. So yeah, I'm just going to cut and tie off of this panel, and then I'm gonna start my second panel the same exact way, the same length, the same number of chains. I'm probably just going to do about half. So this is going to be the back that covers the booty, and then you're going to make a panel that covers the front, and then we're going to lace them together on the side. So I'm just going to stop here, and I'm going to restart this process and then do a panel that is probably about half the size. I'll come back and let you know how many rows I end up doing. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to come back and show you how to connect them and how to do the edging. Finished with the front panel, I did a total of 25 rows. So the idea here is that this is going to be stretchy, and we don't want it to connect completely because we're going to have our string running along the sides of your hips. So now I'm going to work on the edging. So I'm not sure if I want to put an edging on the bottom of the skirt because I kind of like how that's just one row, but I do want an edging at the top, and they are not going to connect, so I'm going to do them separately. One of the panels, I'm going to work on them separately, so I'm just going to attach my hook through the top. Ideally, you want to choose the side that has the tail so that you could weave this in as you create the edging. So I'm just going to go through that very corner and then take my yarn over, pull through. I'm going to just make a basic knot. And once you've attached the yarn, just go ahead, put your hook right back through. I'm going to take the tail of both and work into that. I'm just going to lay it flat across the top of the work. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and now you are ready to go. I'm just going to chain 1, and then I'm going to work along the edge of this. So just keep in mind, every space is going to be the length of 2 double crochets. So when you go through the single crochet rows, just place 1 single crochet on the top of that, wherever your hook will go through. It's not you're working into the wrong side or the sideways of the row. So now that I'm at the double crochet space, I'm going to just place 2 single crochets through that space to fill out the length. And now that I'm at the single crochet space, I'm just going to place 1 single crochet in the top space. So I'm just going to continue my way down the row with this single crochet pattern. So now I have made it to the end of the row. I am just going to be doing 2 more rows of basic single crochet. So I'm just going to chain 1, flip over the work. Again, there's another tail, so I'm just going to work that in as I go, and I'm just going to be placing 1 single crochet in every chain. and then I'm going to do one more row. So I'll have a total of 3 basic single crochet rows. So now I have finished with the edging along the top. You are again welcome to do as many rows of this single crochet as you would like. I'm just going to keep mine pretty short. And then to add just a nice edge along the top of this block of single crochet, I mean, you can just leave it straight, but I just want to add a little bit more interest, so I am going to be doing the crab stitch. So I have made it to the end of the row. I'm going to chain 1. Instead of flipping the work over and working along the right side of the row, we are going to be working back along the wrong side. So what you're going to do is the chain that your chain 1 is attached to, you're going to skip that and go into that very next chain just with your hook. Yarn over, pull through, then pull through 2. So you're basically doing single crochets but working the wrong way back along the row. So I'm just going to be making my way along the wrong side, placing single crochets, and it leaves this really beautiful kind of twisted pattern for the top. Again, this is optional. So now I have made it to the end. As you can see, it just leaves a really pretty edging, and it's really firm too, which I like for the top of a skirt. So now that I have made it to the end of the row, I am not going to be continuing edging along the side or the bottom because I want it to be just plain, and I am going to be looping or lacing the strap in between these holes so it'll have a thick edge along the side, so it actually works perfectly. If you ended up, I didn't really specify how many rows to do lengthwise for other sizes. If you happened to end on a double crochet row, meaning I have a single crochet row blocking the double crochet row, if you happen to end with that and your edge is a little bit more flimsy, please do just a row of basic single crochet all the way down. But since I did end all of my rows with a single crochet row, I am just going to cut and tie here. So now I'm just going to create this edging on the second piece of the skirt, and then I will be back to show you how to lace them together. I went ahead and made 2 really long straps. So these are about 200 chains each, and so it's just a basic single crochet chain, and then I just double knotted it, and I haven't cut off the ends yet, but I'm just gonna probably double or triple knot them, and then cut off the ends. So from here, I'm just going to be connecting both sides of the skirt together, and I'm just going to do this in basically a shoelace kind of formation. So the top, I don't have any spaces for it to go through. I'm just going to go through the very top and just loop through one of the strands, and then I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. So I want them both coming from out to in. It doesn't really matter which direction your straps are going. You just want them to be even on both sides. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that and just lace it up like basically a shoelace. But yeah, so I will, let's see. Probably the easiest way is to lay it like this. I still need to weave in some of my ends there. So then I'll just cross them. And then I'm gonna be using the holes. I'm just gonna go through the entire double crochet space. I'm probably not going to go through every single one. I'm just for the very top. Sorry, these are bothering me. I need to cut them. Okay, so just for the top, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to probably skip down probably 4 or 5. Oh my gosh, is my, let's see how many I skipped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. I don't know if my chain is long enough. Just realizing. Let's see how this goes. Skip down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be fine. It's not as long as I'd want, actually. Okay, yeah, so this is basically all I'm doing to finish off the skirt. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a super, super easy tutorial, but it just works up so beautifully, and it still has structure. Yes, it's a little see-through. I plan on wearing mine with like a bathing suit bottom, or if you have any cute like activewear shorts, or you know, like you could wear it with anything. I just got these booty shorts from Aritzia. They're from their activewear TNA line. It would go perfect with this if you don't want it to be super see-through. But yeah, so thanks so much for watching this tutorial. I'm just gonna finish this off, and then if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will have the written pattern. Okay, you guys. I will have the written pattern available on my Patreon. The link will be in the description box. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.